The science of keto, how your body transforms on a ketogenic diet. Have you ever wondered why some people can eat bacon, butter, and avocados all day and still lose weight? It seems like magic, but it's actually biochemistry. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what happens inside your body when you switch to a ketogenic diet, and why this metabolic shift is so powerful for weight loss, mental clarity, and potentially even longevity. Hey there, health explorers! Welcome to Keto Food Life. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating science behind the ketogenic diet. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever put the wrong type of fuel in your car? It's not pretty, right? Well, your body has been designed to run on two different fuel systems, and most of us have been using just one our entire lives. The ketogenic diet switches your body's fuel source from glucose to ketones, and that switch unlocks a cascade of biological effects that can transform your health. Let's explore how this actually works. So, what exactly is the ketogenic diet? At its core, keto is a high-fat, moderate protein, and very low-carbohydrate eating plan. We're talking about consuming roughly 70 to 80% of your calories from fat, 15 to 20% from protein, and only 5 to 10% from carbohydrates. For most people, this means limiting carb intake to just 20-50 grams per day. To put that in perspective, a single banana contains about 27 grams of carbs. A slice of bread? About 15 grams. But the ketogenic diet isn't just about what you eat, it's about what happens inside your body when you drastically reduce carbohydrates. And that's what makes it different from other diets. Let's start with how your body typically operates. Under normal circumstances, your body primarily runs on glucose, the simple sugar that carbohydrates break down into during digestion. When you eat carbs, your blood glucose levels rise, triggering your pancreas to release insulin. Insulin acts like a key, unlocking your cells so glucose can enter and be used for energy. Any excess glucose gets converted to glycogen and stored in your liver and muscles, or worse, converted to fat for long-term storage. This glucose-insulin cycle is completely normal, but when we consume too many carbs too frequently, it can lead to problems like insulin resistance, where your cells stop responding properly to insulin. This can eventually lead to type 2 diabetes, obesity, and other metabolic disorders. Now here's where things get interesting. What happens when you drastically reduce your carbohydrate intake? First, your body burns through its glycogen stores, which typically takes about 24 or 48 hours. Once those stores are depleted, your body faces a challenge. It still needs energy, especially for your brain, which normally relies heavily on glucose. This is when your body makes a remarkable adaptation. Your liver begins converting fatty acids from your diet and body fat into ketone bodies, specifically beta-hydroxybutyrate, acetoacetate, and acetone. These ketones become your body's new primary fuel source. This metabolic state is called ketosis, and it's the cornerstone of the ketogenic diet. Essentially, you've switched from being a sugar burner to a fat burner. When your body enters ketosis, several fascinating things happen. First, your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, actually prefer ketones over glucose. They're a more efficient fuel source, producing more energy, ATP, per unit than glucose does. Second, ketones are more than just fuel. They act as signaling molecules that trigger gene expression changes throughout your body. They've been shown to upregulate genes associated with energy metabolism, antioxidant defenses, and downregulate inflammatory pathways. Third, ketosis leads to a significant reduction in insulin levels. Remember how insulin is the fat storage hormone? When insulin levels drop, your body can more easily access and burn stored fat. And fourth, ketones have direct effects on your brain. They cross the blood-brain barrier efficiently, providing a steady energy source for your neurons. Many people report improved mental clarity, focus, and cognitive function on a ketogenic diet, and research suggests there might be neuroprotective benefits as well. It's important to understand that becoming fully fat-adapted takes time. typically 3 to 6 weeks after entering ketosis. During this adaptation period, your body is building the metabolic machinery needed to efficiently use ketones. Think of it like renovating a factory that previously only processed sugar to now process fat. New enzymes need to be created, cellular processes need to be adjusted, and your mitochondria need to adapt. Once fully fat adapted, many people experience steady energy levels throughout the day without crashes, reduced hunger and cravings, improved endurance and athletic performance, more stable mood, decreased inflammation. This is why the first few weeks of keto can be challenging, but patience pays off as these adaptations occur. Let's talk about why so many people experience dramatic results on keto. For weight loss, the ketogenic diet works through multiple mechanisms. It reduces insulin levels, allowing greater access to fat stores. It naturally suppresses appetite through the satiating effects of fat and protein, as well as the appetite-suppressing effects of ketones themselves. And it tends to lead to a spontaneous reduction in calorie intake without the need for conscious restriction. For metabolic health, ketosis improves insulin sensitivity, reduces triglycerides, increases HDL, the good cholesterol, and can help normalize blood pressure and blood sugar levels. For brain health, ketones provide an alternative energy source for neurons and have been shown to enhance mitochondrial function, reduce oxidative stress, and decrease inflammation, all of which may explain the cognitive benefits many experience. There are some persistent myths about ketosis that need clearing up. First, ketosis is not the same as ketoacidosis. Diabetic ketoacidosis is a dangerous condition that occurs primarily in type 1 diabetics, when ketone levels rise to extremely high levels alongside high blood sugar. In nutritional ketosis, ketone levels remain well within a safe, controlled range. Second, many people think the ketogenic diet lacks nutrients. A well-formulated ketogenic diet includes plenty of non-starchy vegetables, high-quality proteins, and healthy fats that provide essential vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. Third, contrary to popular belief, the ketogenic diet isn't necessarily high in animal products. While some choose to include them, it's entirely possible to follow a vegetarian or even vegan ketogenic diet with careful planning. So how do you know if your body has made the switch to ketosis? There are several ways to measure. Blood ketone meters are the gold standard, measuring the beta-hydroxybutyrate in your blood. A reading between 0.5 to 3.0 mmol/L indicates nutritional ketosis. Breath ketone meters measure acetone in your breath and can be a good non-invasive option. Urine strips measure acetoacetate, but become less reliable the longer you're on keto as your body gets better at utilizing ketones rather than excreting them. But there are also physical signs that don't require testing. Reduced hunger, increased mental clarity, more stable energy, changes in thirst and urination frequency, a distinct breath odor, fruity or metallic, during the initial adaptation. The ketogenic diet represents a fundamental shift in how your body produces and utilizes energy. By switching from glucose to ketones as your primary fuel source, you trigger a cascade of physiological changes that can lead to improved weight management, enhanced cognitive performance, and better metabolic health. What makes keto so powerful is that it works with your body's natural processes rather than against them. You're essentially reconnecting with a metabolic pathway that humans have relied on throughout our evolutionary history, the ability to thrive during periods without carbohydrates. If you're considering trying keto, remember that the journey to becoming fat-adapted takes time. The initial adaptation period can be challenging, but the potential benefits on the other side are why millions of people have made this dietary shift. If you found this explanation helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Keto Food Life. I post new videos about the ketogenic lifestyle every week, sharing everything from the science behind keto to delicious recipes that will keep you satisfied and in ketosis. Drop a comment below, telling me about your experiences with the ketogenic diet. Have you noticed these changes in your body? What other keto topics would you like me to cover next? Next week, I'll be diving into exactly how to test for ketosis and what the different methods can tell you about your metabolic state. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. Until then, this is Keto Food Life, helping you transform your health one ketone at a time.